What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Babymetal. Yes, indeed. Babymetal fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Mendbayar Luvsansharov and Andy LaRubin, and this is actually Andy LaRubin's prioritized request for the month of January for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Andy. I hope you enjoy the show, and you as well, Mendbayar. They both want to see me react to this song by I'm
100% stupid.
They both want to see me react to this song by Babymetal, and I really hope I don't butcher this. Apparently the name of the song is Uki Uki Midnight.
What?
Now, have I heard the song before? I'm going to be honest with you folks, if I had ever heard a song called Uki Uki Midnight, I think I would remember that. Now, to the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, oh my God, you have got to be kidding me. This is that song? I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Arlen Yao, okay? And the video has 172,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Babymetal. I swear, Uki Uki Midnight. Is that really how it's pronounced? PV, whatever PV stands for. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay, so I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say first album, maybe even, no, first album I think is probably the way to go. I was going to say maybe this is like a demo before first album. No, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I feel like this is first album material. it's got the poppiness. It's got the crowd appeal. It's very appealing to the ear in sections for me, but it also kind of reminds me a lot of that other song that I really wasn't the biggest fan of theirs from the first album. What was the name of that song? God, what was the name of it? Oh, something Morning. Doki Doki Morning. That's what this kind of reminds me of. I don't know if I'm a fan. I don't know. There are some heavy things happening. Like in, I don't know if that was the chorus. I don't know if it was or not. But there was that section where it was like kind of call and response. Yeah, that heavier voice as the response. That was cool. I dug that. The rest of the song, I don't know, man. It feels a little too upbeat, a little too poppy for me. I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. Crowd's gonna do it. Lock DJ Pat. Come right back up into the tempo again. Okay, that section we just heard prior to them coming back up again. It was at halftime. I was wondering if it was, but no, because we heard that Decelerando. Now I was thinking, are they going to use the Decelerando to go into a halftime? And they did, but then they went a little slower, just ever so slightly slower than halftime. So it wasn't a transition. It was a Decelerando, straight up. It wasn't a play on feel. It was just a straight up Decelerando, slow down the tempo. It was good. Okay. For the purpose of breaking up the song and keeping the song from sounding monotonous, it was smart. It was a good way to go. It's not a bad thing to do at all. A really easy thing to do. Me personally, I wish they would have gone to halftime instead of going past it and going slower than halftime. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because they were relying so heavily on pad work, synth work, and production. Maybe that's why I'm a little turned off by it. I mean, man, they were seriously going crazy with the pads there, man. They really were. Guitar and bass completely disappeared and were replaced by digital sounds, and I just wasn't the biggest fan of that part. I like the feel, but I wasn't thrilled with the voicings. So, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this one. I want to like it. But I just don't know if that's going to happen. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. Ugh. Logos. Uh, I don't know about this one. Let me think about it. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Babymetal with, I guess it's called Uki Uki Midnight. There you go. This was a request from Mendbayer Lufsansharov and Andy LaRubin, and this was actually Andy LaRubin's prioritized request for the month of January for being a Silver Tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Andy. I hope you enjoyed the show, man, and you as well, Mendbayer. Oh boy, this was a rough one, if I'm being honest with you. Let's just get right to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.2. Yep, 7.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I suspect this is from the first album. I have a feeling if I were to look at the first album, I would see this track on the track list. Now, I could be wrong, and this could be like on a demo or on an EP that came out prior to the first album. That's very possible. This sounds very early. I've heard tales in the comments. I've heard stories in the comments that they didn't always have the Kami band. They weren't always there. When they were starting out, they had the songs pre-recorded to track, and they would go on stage and perform to track exclusively without any kind of a backing band. I could see that. That's the sad thing, is I can actually see that happening. This song screams like Doki Doki Morning Part 2. I think if I remember correctly, I gave Doki Doki Morning, I think I gave it a 7.5. And I intentionally scored this one lower. And the reason being is this. They both had a lot of similar qualities. They both sounded very produced. In particular with all the DJ pad usage, all the synth pad usage, you could hear it clear as day. And honestly, I didn't hear it as much in Doki Doki Morning as I heard it here. The other reason I'm scoring this lower than Doki Doki Morning, I hope I'm scoring it lower than Doki Doki Morning. Wouldn't that be something if I'm not? That'd be terrible. I really hope I am. I'm basing my score on the assumption that I remember correctly giving Doki Doki Morning a 7.5. I want to give this a score about 0.3 lower than I gave Doki Doki Morning. Main reason for this is Doki Doki Morning, as much as I wasn't the biggest fan of that song, there was a hook to that song. There absolutely was. There was that I guess you could call it a chorus. There was that chorus that hooked you. Melodically, it hooked you. I didn't really hear anything in this song, honestly, that hooked me. Nothing stands out. Nothing stands out as this was the hook, like it did in Doki Doki Morning. It's lacking that. There were parts of the song that had a great amount of energy. I like that call and response part between the two voices that we would hear. I like that. But if I'm being honest with you folks, that's really the only thing I liked about the whole song. It was very synthetic. It was very artificial. I mean, there were parts where you heard guitar, bass, and drums, but they were overshadowed by all the pad usage, all the synthetic usage, all the production usage, and all that processed sound just kind of killed it for me, if I'm being honest with you. I really was not a big fan of the song. Now, having said that, though, I mean, it's not a terrible song. It's not even a bad song. it's not even just a pretty good song. It actually is a really good song. It was well executed. It was well, driven. I mean, it's got energy to it. I will definitely give it that. I just don't. I'm not really hearing a whole lot of substance behind the song. The song, to me, okay, I'll sum it up for you like this. This to me sounds like a filler song, like the type of song that they may have played live once upon a time when they were first starting out, but after they got a good number of songs under their belt, I have a feeling this song went the way of the dinosaurs, and you never hear them play this song live now. I'm willing to bet that's the case. I could be wrong, but I don't see this song being a big hit, and I definitely don't see this song getting a live play after a certain point. I mean, listen, when you put an album out and you're playing hour-long shows and all you got are 12 songs, guess what? You're playing all 12 songs. You don't have a choice. But after you get your second or third album out, you don't need to fill time anymore. And this song probably, seriously, went into the extinct files. This is not a song that strikes me as being a hit. This is not a song that strikes me as being a popular song by comparison to their other big hits. Like I said, there was probably a time where they did play this live, but I'll bet you that doesn't happen anymore. So yeah, 7.2. Like I said, it's a really good song. It's well constructed. It's well done, well executed, well recorded. I just, me personally, not a fan. Not a fan of this song at all. So 7.2, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So 7.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.